Hello everybody, this is Yami Fujita, and we are back with more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So, as the title of this stream suggests, it's like the person who said this in the last stream, I'm sorry I already forgot the name, was correct. I was in for a surprise to find out who died first, but they were both correct and incorrect, because I was more than just in for a surprise, I was in for a disappointment. Because of all people, why did it have to be the one person that we actually liked? Like, it had to be the one person that we were actually developing a strong relationship with that dies first. So now we're stuck with everybody else. But we left off with investigating my room where her body was found, and they showed a writing that was behind her body on the wall that said, I think it was 11307 were the numbers that it said. But when I looked at it closely, it looked like it was spelling out one of the characters' names backwards. It looked like it was not backwards, flipped. It looked like it was spelling Leon's name, but flipped, because there was a line that you couldn't see, like, cause the entire thing was written in pink blood, but then there was a white line that looked like it was going diagonal to form an N. Like, where those two ones were at, it looked like there was a white diagonal line that looked like it was forming an N. So that's why I was like, wait a minute, this looks like it's spelling Leon's name. So we're gonna go ahead and go back in and continue from where we last left off, and... Alright. Like, I can go back in the room again if I even can, and show you guys exactly what I was talking about here. That should be fine. Like, if I'm able to go back in here. Okay, yes. So now, see, like look at this, guys. Like, I mean, you can't tell me that. Like, if you look at this closely, yes, it's clearly numbers 11037. But if you look at this closely, it looks like there was a white line running diagonal between those two ones, and it looks like it's forming an N. That's why I believe that it was spelling Leon's name, but flipped. Like flipped twice. Like flipped upside down and then flipped horizontally. So we'll figure this all out at some point. Leave the area. Well, we've investigated enough things in here, I'm sure. So, okay, what's he doing out here? So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you were the culprit? No, you've got it all wrong. Sayaka and I switched rooms last night. He didn't even try to hide the suspicion on his face. Even if what you say is the absolute truth, you're still responsible for her death, wouldn't you say? Huh? And after all, she wouldn't have died if she hadn't switched rooms with you, right? We don't know that. Someone tried to break into her room the previous night. The reason Sayaka was killed is because I suggested we switch rooms? She's dead because of me? Like, then it should have been me that died. Well, all we can say right now is that it's a possibility. If that's really true, then like they're making him second guess himself and everything. Now, again, like, we gotta Like, somebody's gotta... Like, there's no way that nobody noticed that. Nobody who looked in my room didn't notice that and feel the same way. It looked like his name was being spelled.
No.
Something doesn't seem right. Yeah, that writing on the wall. The Monokuma file said Sayaka was killed in your room. You just can't stop thinking about it. Could it be the nameplate? Very strange. Mr. Naegi, what was Miss Nayazono doing in your room? Let me just say this. I absolutely will not allow you to dispose of any evidence in the trash room. You really think I'm guilty? Everybody thinks you're guilty at this point, man. You just... Alright, well, where am I going? Okay, what's Aoi doing in here? Are you investigating the dining hall? Oh, no, I'm just taking a break. Actually, I've been taking a break since we started. This is all a first for me, you know? I don't have the first clue what I should be doing. I know what you mean. And I don't know why, but being in the dining hall helps keep me calm. So I know I shouldn't, but I've just been kind of hanging around here. It's very helpful. To tell the truth, I was doing the same thing last night when Sayaka was killed. Just hanging out in here. Alright, well that's her alibi. She was hanging in here. The dining hall when this happened. But that does seem very suspicious that she wasn't doing anything while everybody else was trying to investigate. It does sound kind of suspicious. Let's keep moving. Is anybody in here? Oh gosh. Shouldn't even... I feel like we have to talk to every single person, but... Alright. To kill someone, just to save your own life. And I've been living with someone like that? I think I might vomit. But is what Monokuma said really true? Did one of us really kill Sayaka? If the mastermind really was gonna get involved, they would have just killed us one day. Did she really say one by one? Oh no, she said on day one. If the mastermind really was gonna get involved, they would have just killed us on day one. It's a good point. By the way, how's your investigation going? I already told you I don't do blood, so I don't plan on doing any investigating. Besides, I already know who did it. After all, where was Sayaka killed? In your room, right? What more proof do we need? We already know the truth. She really doesn't trust me at all. Alright, let's check the next room. There's nobody in here. Alright, Taka's down here. You have a second, Makoto? I've uncovered something most unusual. The door to everyone's dorm has a nameplate on it to show whose room it is, right? Well, it just happens. Wait, no. You might be the killer yourself. I can't tell you anything. Forget everything I just said. Forget Beam. Oh my gosh. Sorry, just a little joke. Even I do jokes sometimes. Alright, this door's still open. Somebody in here? Oh, of course. Alright, so what's going on here? So, you have any clues or anything? What kind of clues? Let us just agree we do not know who the culprit is and leave it at that. Whatever secrets I may have, I don't intend on revealing anything until the class trial. Okay, then, do you have any suggestions for where I should start looking?
No.
Ugh, so annoying. Must you fumble around fishing blindly for clues? I suppose it wouldn't hurt to give you a little hint. The scene of the crime, naturally, but I think the trash room is also worth looking into. The trash room? It is the perfect place to destroy evidence, however, there's one little problem. Which is...
私
that place is filthy. I would rather die than set foot in there. I'm trusting all of you to conduct a thorough investigation on my behalf. That's, alright. Alright, so the trash room, we'll definitely look into that. Is anybody over here? Is anybody in the gym? Nobody's in here. This is a very small gym. Alright, we gotta find wherever that trash room is at. Is anybody in the shop? Maybe I'll come back to that. That's the AV room, I believe. Alright, which one of these is the trash room again? It's gonna have the sign on it, I just gotta find it somewhere. Alright. Where is the trash room again? Here it is. Alright. Oh, of course everything's gated off. There's a hatch on the floor. The door won't budge. Must be locked. Alright. It's a sturdy gate here. No way to get past. Where is he coming from? End of the line. The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open? No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty? No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Alright, who's on cleaning duty? Who's gonna keep repeating the same thing? This is stupid. It'd be faster to just go around and ask the others. Cleaning duty's been added to the truth, but let's see. Okay. Alright, so we can't even look in there. So let's just keep looking for everybody else. There's nobody else over here. Alright, nobody's in here either. Alright, let's go back in here then. So yes, in that last episode alone, We've already lost 2 people, both Sayaka and Junko. And now the class trial is on its way. That door is still locked. Alright, is somebody in this room? No, nobody's here. DVD player. Okay. I'm just gonna try to check every single room to see if I find something. Nobody's in here. I think I've checked every room in this building so far. You can't go in there. I've already gone everywhere else, so... Am I perhaps... No. No. This is definitely my room, but the nameplate has Sayaka's name on it. So that's what Leon was talking about when he mentioned the nameplates. Now this is supposed to be my room. This is Sayaka's room, but the nameplate has my name on it. The nameplates on my room and Sayaka's room were switched. So all that effort I put into switching rooms without anyone knowing was totally pointless. Wait a minute. So, if we switched rooms... then that means Sayaka would have been in the room that had my nameplate on it. But I guess he's saying that the nameplates were switched while we were already switching rooms. So now it still doesn't look like we actually switched rooms. But why would anyone do that? Alright, let me see something here. Apparently a trash room within the school. It's blocked off by a sturdy gate. I'm going to open with a trash room key. And the door nameplates were switched on our doors at some point. How did nobody notice any of that? Byakuya, can you tell me anything about cleaning duty? Okay, well now I'm glad I asked him. No. Of course not. You're like a child lost in the woods, you know that? A total waste of space. What do you mean? Taka's the one who has any interest in organizing things like that. Oh, good point. Alright, so then go back to talk to Taka about that then. Okay. Cleaning duty, eh? As a matter of fact, Markuma came and talked to me yesterday morning. Really? He probably realized I was basically in charge, so he decided to talk to me directly. The topic of conversation was assigning cleaning duty. Oh, so you're on cleaning duty now? Actually, no. Huh? Okay, then who is? Hifumi was also there when we had this conversation. He volunteered right away, so I let him have it. So he's on cleaning duty then. Indeed. But we'll swap out on a weekly basis. I'm sure you'll be up before too long. And when that time comes, I'll be counting on you. So now we gotta go all the way back again. Wasn't there a way to teleport? No, that put me right back where I was at already. Still. Alright, so then where am I? I'm on the map now. Okay, so the map changes depending on the area we're in. It's not a full general map. I'm looking for whoever's on cleaning duty. Cleaning duty? As a matter of fact, that's me. Why do you ask? Just so happens Monokuma talked to me yesterday and asked me to take care of it. Without someone on cleaning duty, the school would be flooded with trash in no time. So, I formally applied for the position. Was gonna start this morning, but after what happened, I haven't had a chance to get started. And since you're on cleaning duty, you can open the gate in front of the trash room, right? Of course! It's my job to gather up all the garbage and toss it in the trash room. And to do that, they gave me the key for the trash room gate. But we're supposed to rotate once a week, so eventually you'll be in charge. Wait, hold on. You need a key to get in the trash room? And only the person on cleaning duty has access to the key? What's the point of going to all that trouble? Why not just leave the trash room open all the time so we can all throw things out whenever we want to? Because then people who commit the deed are gonna try to throw away the evidence. They want to make sure nobody's able to get rid of anything. Hang on a second. I swear. Dude, as soon as I do a Duolingo lesson, this Duolingo just starts spamming you. Alright. That does seem more convenient. Actually, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes black and will graduate unless they're discovered. Exactly, so that's what I'm saying. They would just easily try to throw out all the evidence. That must be why. If anyone could go in and out of the trash room whenever they wanted, then destroying evidence would be easy. The thrill would disappear, and things would become boring. Boring? Anyway, more important than that... Hey, Fatty, why'd you want the cleaning duty gig anyway? I just decided to volunteer for something I knew no one else would want to do. What's the big deal? Liar, I know why you did it. You want to dig through all the girls' trash, looking for, you know, and poking around at it. Just making him sound like a pervert. What are you talking about? All my love is for 2D. Oh my god, this guy's just far gone. But there's all kinds of trash diggers like that. Maybe you'll get tired of 2D and then turn to... I would never get tired of 2D. Neither would I. After spending a significant amount of time comparing 2D and 3D, I voluntarily choose 2D. You know, if this was the early thousands, I would agree, but nowadays 3D looks just as good as 2D. But yeah, if this was like the 2000s, then yes, the 3D animation styles, at least in games, was miserable at that time. The only thing 3D is good for is to shower love and affection on 2D. Oh, and PVC figures. How are you not totally embarrassed to say stuff like that? Listen, nobody should be. If you're so worried about Hifumi's questionable morality, there's a very easy solution. Whenever a guy has cleaning duty, Sakura can accompany them, from picking up the trash to disposing of it. What? Nanda. If you're as innocent as you claim, where's the harm in it? Oh, why did you specifically name Sakura? You want her to beat him up? That's not how it's supposed to... Anyway, on another topic, Hifumi. Since you were on cleaning duty, I have a favor to ask you. What? So now you suddenly want to join my party? Sorry, but you haven't triggered that flag yet. I mean, you haven't helped me recover from a past traumas, or save a village, or beat a boss. This dude thinks it's a video game. No, nothing like that. I was just hoping to get into the trash room and look around. So you're the one who's trying to snoop around. Oh, okay. So easy. So Hifumi and I just headed down to the trash room. You'd like me to open the gate, wouldn't you? You know, when I look at it, it makes me think. They said he killed his wife. He learned how to get by on the inside, but he never stops dreaming. Get busy living or get busy dying, he said. So him and Rita found themselves a way out. What are you talking about? Whatever, man, please, just hurry up. Okie dokie, leave it to me. Hifumi pulled a key out of his pocket and used it to flip the switch next to the gate. And then... Now what now? Surely you aren't planning to use the trash room to destroy evidence, are you? You fiend! You planned this all along! No, I just wanted to see if the actual killer had tried to destroy any evidence or not. But the actual killer is you, isn't it? You want to see if you left anything behind. Wait, maybe a parallel world. Whatever, let's just hurry up and keep looking. Alright. This is the incinerator. It's way in the back part of the trash room. I mean, I can see why a school would need an incinerator, but seriously. It's a good 30 feet from here to the gate. And it's on right now. Wait a minute. So is somebody currently trying to burn evidence? You see the green and yellow buttons next to the mouth of the incinerator? It's a pretty simple setup. You press the green button to get it going, and the yellow button to turn it off. Sooner or later, you'll be on cleaning duty, so make sure you learn this before you leave, okay? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on! Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy. A fairy? Hifumi, you realize what you just said? Huh? The fairy? No, you said that last time you were here the incinerator was off. Ah, yes, about that, there can be no mistake. If I've got one thing going for me, it's my memory. Yesterday, as soon as I was appointed, I came down to check the place out. It definitely wasn't on then. I haven't been back to the trash room since then. And since I'm the only one who has a key to open the gate,
It should be impossible for the incinerator to be on, and yet... So that means someone was able to switch on the incinerator without opening the gate. Somebody was still able to swap our nameplates, get into my room, and murder Sayaka in my room, despite the doors supposed to be locked. Somebody was still able to get to the incinerator despite there being a gate there, blocking it off so that nobody can get in. Like, the only way that this is possible is if somebody... Like, the only way that's possible is if somebody got a hold of the, you know, controls. Like Monokuma is the only one who should have access to this stuff without actually touching it. You know, because maybe there is a way to open the gates without needing the key. I mean, there has to be. Somebody clearly has done it already. Like, the only way this is possible is if somebody... If there's a different key that nobody else knew about that opens everything. Like, if there's a key that just opens everything. Or there are keys for everything. Like, the dorm rooms, the trash room. Like, everything. And somebody we don't know about yet has those keys. Incinerator's been added to truth bullets. Green button turns it on, yellow button turns it off. Or so it seems anyway. Alright. Hey, Mr. Nagi, you seem a little down. Oh, really? If you need help with your spirits, call on me anytime. I got all kinds of stuff that might help cheer you up. What's this on the floor? And what are these on the floor? There are shards of broken glass scattered around in front of the incinerator. Looks like it used to be some kind of glass ball. Just about big enough to fit in the palm of your hand. Is that? Do you know what this is? They say if you collect all 7, a dragon will appear and grant you a single wish. What is this guy on, man? Kidding aside, it's the kind of thing you might see on any big city street corner. Gaze into it, and it'll show you a glimpse of the future. What's phone doing? Okay, it's doing fine. Just like that Mina girl who was on that quest to find that one guy. Yeah, I get what you're trying to say. But who did this particular ball belong to? There's only one person it could be. They should all still be in the gym. I better go find out for sure. Alright, well we gotta figure out what this thing is too. There's something on the ground in front of the incinerator. It looks like a burnt piece of something with blood on it. Burnt piece? Like a hunk? Like a hunk of burning love? Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is... It looks like a piece of cloth. And the shape is part of the sleeve from a button-up shirt. Now that I look at it, that's definitely blood on the cuff, which means this is all that's left of some of the evidence in the killer destroyed. But there are lots of people here with white button-up shirts. This isn't enough by itself to figure out who the killer is. But at least now you know that the person who did it has officially gotten away with it so far. They were somehow able to get into the trash room and burn the evidence. This whole thing is quite strange indeed. When I was here last, the incinerator was off, and those glass shards and burnt clothes weren't here. What does it all mean, Mr. Naegi? Will you be confessing soon? Oh my gosh, why me? Everyone already knows you did it. All the mysteries are being solved one by one. Sounds like he's living out one of his comic book fantasies. Alright. I gotta go back to the gym. And not to work out. I really wish I could quick travel too. Here we go. Alright, we need the gym. To my left, right? Yep. We're there. Thank goodness I figured that out, man, because that's way too much walking. Alright. Inside of this Blake's trophies and other items. Well, why did I have to come back here? Hold on. Okay, there's nothing here. Thought I was gonna find something in there. Already had the conversation. Oh wait. Gym first floor. This is where I need to go. Okay, back to the dining hall for a second. Is the exclamation mark because there's people there? Is that why there's exclamation marks there? Because we already talked to her. Have this conversation already. That's my room. Okay, no, I think the rooms marked with exclamation marks are important rooms, but okay. How do I get to the how do I get to the gym's first floor? Like, how on earth do you get there? Oh, I guess it's through this door. Here we go. And Junko's body is still there. Hey, Chihiro, I was hoping I could ask you something. Something.
Huh?
What is it? Before she died, Sayaka left a message. She wrote out the numbers 11037. You have any idea what these numbers might mean? Like, could they be a code for something? If she knows the answer to this, I'll be surprised. Sorry, no. Chihiro slowly shook her head. I'm sorry, I just don't know. Okay, well, don't worry about it. Thanks anyway for trying. Even if she doesn't know. But she may be no more than she's letting on. No, it couldn't be. There's no point in talking to this guy. Hey, Hiro, can I ask you something? No. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out now. I've had enough. You gotta break free. Hiro, snap out of it. Huh? Makoto, what are you doing here? What? Hey, does this look familiar? That's my crystal ball, so it was yours? But it's all smashed, what the hell? I only bought it because the guy said it was blessed. He said it was unbreakable. Well, he lied to you. So how did it break? Was it actually just made of glass and not crystal? Did that guy totally dupe me? He said it belonged to the pillars of history. Genghis Khan, George Washington, Napoleon. He said whoever controlled that crystal ball controlled the world. Was that seriously all BS? Let's put that aside for now. So can you say without a doubt that this belonged to you? Yeah, that's mine for sure. I probably forgot it in the laundry room last night. Someone must have come by and snatched it. You left it in the laundry room? That means anyone could have found it and taken it. Okay. Thanks, Hiro. That's all I wanted to know. Sure. By the way, I'm almost afraid to ask, but how much did you pay for that thing? Everything I saved up from fortune telling for 2 full years. Came out to be like $1 million. How do you spend $1 million? Yeah, you got duped in the worst possible way. $1 million? $1 million? Pretty cheap, actually. I mean, considering it gives you the power to control the world, it doesn't. It was just a glass ball. Like, you got completely scammed. That's just too stupid. I can't even feel bad for him. Yeah, exactly. Junko's poor dead body just still standing there. Like, Monokuma clearly has the ability to just take our lives from us in a blink of an eye. Because you saw her put her hands on him and looked like she was about to step on him. You saw that angle in the last stream. And then all of a sudden she gets pained. And all these pole-like spears. And just put five of them in her back. Or in her stomach, rather. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, is there anybody else I have not talked to yet? Spoke with her. Trash rooms were already there. Alright, let's go back to my room. Or actually, let's go to the laundry room real quick. Let's go back in here for a second. It's a washing machine that has nothing to do with this case. You sure about that? Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go back here. Okay, I already said that. Wait. So, this is supposed to be my room, right? Sayaka. No, I can't let myself get depressed again. I need to search for clues. So this is Sayaka's room. But the nameplate was switched. Nothing here. There can only be one thing in the trash can. Yup, the DVD with Sayaka's name on it. Sayaka got really upset after seeing whatever it wasn't in that video. I wonder what she did see. It might not be directly related to the case, but it might be worth checking out anyway. I'm sorry, Sayaka. I need to borrow this DVD. Alright, so we'll go back to the AV room in a second. So this is my actual room that Sayaka was staying in.
So yeah.
You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. That dirty bastard. Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. Well, nobody should be told that they deserve to die, but seriously. If you put your hands on women, then yes, you are scum. If you put your hands on anybody, really, but especially if you're a man putting your hands on women. So if I ever find that son of a bee that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it? No answer.
Oh.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Sakura D, you think I'm guilty too?
Boy.
Oh, I tried to... I already did all that. Okay. Alright, let's go back to the AV room and see if I can watch this thing. Hit the wrong button. The AV room was in here somewhere. Alright, am I able to play this now? Should be able to use this to see what's on the DVD. The DVD that Sayaka threw in the garbage. I sat down in front of the screen and put the DVD in the player. Oh boy, here we go. I pushed play, and the screen was dark for a few seconds, but then... an image slowly appeared. It looked like some kind of concert. And standing on stage front and center was a face I recognized all too well. Sayaka. She was there, along with the friends she had been so important to her. Along with the friends she said had been so important to her. She was positively glowing there in front of the crowd, so full of life. Seeing that image made it even harder to accept. Except that she was dead. My vision started to blur and darken, and then that voice I come to despise so much began to float out of the speakers.
高校級のアイドルである前園さやかさんがセンターマイクを務める国民的アイドルグループ
How is he commentating over this?
そんな彼女たちには華やかなスポットライトが本当によく似合いますねですが
No, boy, here we go. Suddenly the screen went dark. And in the next moment, I saw something I could hardly believe. No, boy, guys, get ready. So the other members of the group are also dead? I know that Sayaka said she had to do whatever it took to get to where she was. But did that possibly mean that she committed murder? Does it possibly mean that she committed this crime and then felt so much guilt that she potentially was her own killer? I don't know, we'll have to find out. Sayaka had disappeared from the stage, which was now in ruins. But what I noticed even more than that was the figures of the other girls who had all simply collapsed.
この国民的アイドルグループは解散しました。彼女たちがアイドルとして活躍することもスポットライトを浴びることも二度とありません。
He's just rubbing it in at this point.
つまり前園さやかさんの帰る場所はもうどこにもなくなったのです。ではここで問題です。この国民的アイドルグループが解散した理由とは
Look for the answer after graduation. Look for the answer after graduation? Without warning, the video cut off. What the hell? That wasn't real, right? They're a super famous pop group. Everyone knows who they are. Is he trying to say he was even able to get to them? If that really did happen, everyone in the outside world must be going crazy. What kind of person would take things this far? Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, he's gonna keep saying the same thing. Alright, who do I speak to about what I just saw? Well, first of all, let's save. Let me see if I can say anything to these guys. So, why was Sayaka in your room when she was killed? Could it be because you're the culprit? We already had this conversation. I'm not sure what I'm doing next here. Incinerator can be activated via a switch in the machine for the on cleaning duty. He claims that the last time he saw the incinerator it was off. However, when I checked, incinerator was in fact on. This shattered so-called crystal ball thing, like Hifumi really got, really got hustled during that. All right, and where's everybody else at? Talk to her already. Talk to her already. Nowhere else to go. No idea what to do next. What else have I not been checking yet? Wait, there's another hatch. It's locked. So is that everything? Close what you open, put away what you take out. Sleep after you eat. Take care of what you buy. Keep that gung-ho attitude in mind, but we'll still gotta do the actual light work, right? One of those things he said was definitely not like the others. Alright, I have no idea what to do next. We've pretty much searched everywhere already. Let me just check. many videos. You can only play this if it's actually gonna work out. There's just so many videos there. First video. Okay, we're getting close. Okay. Alright, so apparently there's another room, another area. Not sure why I can't teleport here. Alright, back to the dining hall. Never been in this area before. But is there anything to even look at here? Wait, a knife is missing from here. There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, but big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning, or I better see if anyone here knows more about it. Alright, what else do we see? Alright, we gotta talk to AoE again. Now, Aoi, did you not notice that there was a knife missing? Hey, did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? Thought it was kinda strange. A knife just suddenly disappearing like that? I thought you said you weren't doing any looking. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning. Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night and all of the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? That does not add up. Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Aoi's account has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Sayaka? Were you listening to a word he just said? What? Of course not. I would never. Mina, do you really think I murdered her?
だって
Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends and one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. I guess it's nighttime now. Is there a way to skip this?
お待ちかっちゅう。ではでは集
Oh, he's talking
合
about the
場
trial.
所を指定します。
You know, appoint a proper location for the proceedings. I'm sorry, he was actually talking about the trial.
学校エリア1階にある赤い扉にお入りください。
Oh, so now that red door is finally unlocked.
うぷぷ。じゃあ後でね。
Alright, so the class trial, it looks like it's about time for it. You're already over an hour into the stream. Alright. This music. Let's go. You're late, Makoto. We've all been waiting for you. I bet you were afraid you'd be discovered as the murderer you are. Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, but I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then who is the killer? The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? Find out next time on Danganronpa. No. Alright, here we go.
みんな揃いましたね。
Oh, I don't know why his voice is so quiet.
正面に見えるエレベーターにお乗りください。そいつがお前らを裁判場まで連れてってくれるよ。
Okay.
お前らの運命を決める裁判場にね。僕は一足先に待ってるからね。
Okay. Relax, I haven't decided 100% if you're the culprit just yet. Maybe, but you're obviously leaning that way. So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? Damn. Really gotta go through with this class trial thing, huh? You wanna confess? I guess now's the time to do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. Okay, well then, the time's finally come. You ready? Well, I did my job. Counting on the rest of you from here on out. So, the school basement has become the darkened stage. We're all here to bear witness to Mr. Nagi's final curtain call. Being so insistent, even though you obviously killed her. Very impressive. Ridiculous. I can't help but wonder what whoever killed Sayaka is feeling right now. Boy, there's no point in standing around here. Settle your resolve and step into the future. Sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Let's get started. That's all she has to say. Well, did you find anything that might actually prove your innocence? Let's go ahead in this elevator. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator. Good. Let us begin.
そうですわね。
You scared? No, scared isn't quite right. said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mysteries surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. You need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear, I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling in anticipation toward the elevator. With each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed, and the elevator started to move. The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes. Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. Alright. You finally arrived. What do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right? Not even close. It's total crap. Okay. Everyone find your assigned seat and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up. We did as he said. Found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their tension and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so the curtain on our first case opened. I timed that well with the music. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes, save chapter 1, yep. Alright, pre-trial prep. Okay, let's just look over the rules one more time. Students may reside only within their school, leaving campus is an unacceptable use of time. Nighttime is from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. Some areas are off limits at night, so please exercise caution. Sleeping anywhere other than the dormitory will be seen as sleeping in class and punished accordingly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope Peak Academy at your discretion. The violence against Headmaster Monokuma is strictly prohibited. People seem to violate the fifth rule a lot. Destruction of surveillance cameras is another thing that's strictly prohibited. But number 6, anyone who kills a fellow student and becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. Once a murder takes place, a class trial will begin shortly thereafter. Participation is mandatory for all surviving students. If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. If the guilty party is not exposed, they alone will graduate and all remaining students will be executed. And that is the part that seriously will, haunt me. Additional school regulations may be added as necessary. And that part is also what's gonna scare me. They can just throw rules in at any given moment. Set skills, but there's no skills to set. So I don't have any way of preparing other than looking at the rules. Alright. The trial has now begun.
学級裁判の簡単な説明から始めましょう。学級裁判の結果はお前らの投票により決定されます。正しい黒を指摘できれば黒だけがお仕置き。 だけどもし間違った人物を
Hopefully you
黒
guys
と
can hear
し
this
た
all
場合
well.
は黒以外の全員がお仕置きされみんなは欺いた黒だけが晴れて卒業となります
Like, that seriously just sounds so difficult, though. Like, imagine doing all the hard work to come up with a verdict, just for it to be the wrong verdict.
本当にこの中に犯人がいるんだよな。
My voice is really high-pitched.
当然です
よし、みんなで目を閉じよう。そして犯人は挙手したまえ。
Really? Really? No one's gonna do that.
あげるわけねえだろ。
ちょっといい？議論の前に聞いておきたいんだけど、あれってどういう意味？
Well, I guess that's to represent the people who are already dead.
死んだからって仲間外れにするのはかわいそうでしょ友情は生死を飛び越えるんだよ
Friendship even penetrates death's barriers. Well, it's a nice quote there, but
生死が
of course he's
飛
being
び
very ironic.
越える
それでしたらあの空席は？
I'm gonna get some more water. Hold on.
私たちは15人なのになぜ席が16個もあるのですか？
Okay, so hang on a second. There were 15 of us to begin with. Why are there 16 seats?
深い意味はないよ最大16人収容可能な裁判
Okay, simple
所
enough.
っていうだけさてと前置きはこれぐらいにしてそろそろ始めようかまずは意見のまとめからだねじゃあ議論を開始してください
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. I feel like it's 1 on 14. Or no, whoever, or whatever the total number is left minus me. And 2 of us are already dead, so maybe there's 13 of us total. And anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another, without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradiction buried within these statements. Okay, I'm gonna be forced to pay attention. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Oh, my truth bullets. Okay, those are in my menu. So, I gotta remember everything that's in there. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the triangle button. Okay? Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. So, there's a few of us here who I most certainly can use truth bullets on. That being the 2 people who were in my room, Mondo and Sakura. And then Aoi, or Aoi, who was in the dining hall. Her whole alibi about not seeing anything while she was in the dining hall, but then noticing that one of the knives was missing. Kyoko was also in my room, in my room at the time of to investigate Sayaka's death. So, otherwise, I'm not sure who else is gonna need a truth bullet. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. So there's a time limit. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck, have fun. So there's a time limit. That already worries me. Make your argument. Here we go. Evidence of struggle. Evidence of a struggle. We got 10 minutes.
殺人が起きたのは苗木の部屋だ。
そのシャワールームだったよね。
Okay, hang on.
シャワールームにいるところをいきなり襲われて抵抗する間もなく殺されちゃったんだね。
Okay, something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. For the first debate, we like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies and contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in a person's statement, a possible weak spot, so what Shihiro said is that hole. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of a person's statement. The truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So I just wasted one already. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire. But only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down the circle button. Well then, good luck, have fun. Continue on.
殺人が起きたのは苗木の部屋だった。
そのシャワールームだったよね。きっと前園さんはシャワールームにいるところをいきなり襲われて
Okay, well she's the one.
抵抗する間もなく殺されちゃったんだね。
Something's off about what was just said. If Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to the room, to my room. Oh wait, I thought they said aim and press the triangle button.
殺人が起きたのは苗木の部屋だ。
そのシャワールームと前園さんはシャワールームにいるところをいきなり襲われて抵抗する間もなく殺されちゃったんだね。
If you choose the wrong statement or truth bullet, you will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, that will end the case. This determines how much concentration you can do. By holding down the R1 button, you can concentrate and slow down the passage of time. This will consume your focus gauge and you can't concentrate when it's empty. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is their weak spot and it represents a potential lie or contradiction in the argument. Multiple weak spots may appear, and it's up to you to figure out the right one and attack it. And press the triangle button to fire whatever truth bullet you have loaded. Hold down the L1 button to open your truth cylinder. And aim at the yellow words. Okay, thank you. Use the left stick to select the truth bullet. Once you let go of the L1 button, that bullet will then be loaded. If you quickly press the L1 button, truth bullets will be automatically loaded according to their order. If you target a weak spot and then hold down the triangle button, you can use that weak spot as a temporary truth bullet later in the argument. You don't waste bullets, so you can fire unlimited times. Okay, good. There was something else that said that I wasn't limited, though. It was a influence meter, but that must be different. These flashback bullets will disappear as soon as you use them or switch to another truth bullet. You can eliminate white noise with your silencer by targeting it and pressing the X button. If you successfully eliminate white noise this way, your timer will increase. It's the health, okay. Alright. So I gotta aim for the words.
そのシャワールームだ。で、前園さんがシャワールームにいるところをいきなり襲われて、抵抗する間もなく
Okay.
殺された。
Okay, there we go. So aim at the words, not at
ちょ
her.
っと待って藤崎さん、僕の部屋の状況を思い出してみてよ。あの部屋の状況からすると争いは間違いなくあったはずだよ。
Yes, there was absolutely a struggle. This was not a no struggle incident.
争いって誰と誰に？
もちろん前園さんと犯人だよ。
じゃあ前園さんはシャワールームにいたところをいきなり襲わ
This
れたわけ
music,
じゃな
man.
くて、
Like, I'm trying to focus, but man, this music.
おそらく最初に部屋で襲われ、その後シャワールームに逃げ込んだところで追ってきた犯人に殺されてしまったのでしょう。
現場を見ればすぐにわかることだ。わざわざ説明するまでもない。
Well, apparently it did because of what Yukito said.
ごめんなさい。
じゃあ続きを始めっか。
Alright.
は次は狂
But
気の
like they
話
said,
だな。
not all of the statements are inaccurate.
なんだかそれっぽくなってきましたな。
You need to wake up. This is a real trial. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. It was a knife. Kitchen knife set, yes.
前園さやかを殺した
So
狂
what
気
was
とは
used to
何
kill
だ？
her?
前園君の腹部に刺さった間違いない。あれが凶器だ。
犯人
Yeah,
が
the
ナ
knife.
イフでぶっ刺しやがった。
Some random knife? Was it just some random knife? Because the object that was thrust into Sayaka's stomach, it was almost certainly the knife that disappeared from a certain location.
前園さやかを殺した
So
狂気
yeah,
と
I
は
gotta
何
target
だ？
that next, because it wasn't just some
前園
random.
君の腹部に刺さっていた刃物。間違いない。あれが
犯人がナイフでぶっ刺しやがったんだな。くそ。
I was pressing triangle multiple times.
前園さやかを殺した狂気とは何だ？
前園君の腹部に刺さっていた刃物。間違いない。あれが凶器だ。
犯人がナイフでぶっ刺しやがったんだ。
Okay, there we go.
それは違う。
Alright, so it wasn't just some random
あの
thing.
刃物はナイフなんかじゃなくて厨房の包丁だったはずだよ。
Kitchen knife specifically.
包丁だ？
There was a kitchen knife missing from that
厨房
dining
にあった
hall.
包丁が事件後に1本だけなくなってたんだ。
その包丁が凶器になったということ。ああ、確かにそうかもしんねえな。あの女の腹に刺さってた刃物は。
And as usual, whenever I start playing any games, it's gonna be a lot of information to take in at once. I'll get used to it at some point
よく見ると
down the
包丁
road.
だな、こ
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's yeah.
凶器が包丁っつうのは分かったけどさ、だからどうしたっての？
Nowhere. We still don't know who was doing
結
it.
局のところ苗木が犯人なんだろ。
They still think I did it.
現場は苗木の部屋だったのよ。これ以上の根拠はないじゃない。
Like, just because it was my room does not automatically mean that Makoto was the one who did it.
ちょっと待ってよ、僕は。
その結論は議論を進めた後で出しましょう。でないと学級裁判の意味がないわ。
けどこれ以上話し合ったってどうせ結論は変わんねえって。
Well, you sure about that?
そんなことないわ。議論を続ければきっと突破口は見えてくる。
Yeah, thank you, Kyoko.
あ？突破口って？
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. I'm sorry, there's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the R1 button. Okay. I think I read that. While you concentrate, time will slow down so you can pay close attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate anymore. But the focus gauge will recover over time, let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck. Have fun. Alright, let's continue. If I feel like I need to concentrate on what somebody's saying, then I'll stop. Alright, next bullet, always account.
確かに凶器は包丁みてえだけどさ、それがどうしたっての？
苗木が厨房から持ち出したんでしょ？
No.
誰もいない時にこっそりと。
In the dining hall. Nobody was in the dining hall. There absolutely was somebody in the dining hall. Aoi was in there.
待って、厨房から包丁を持ち出したのは僕じゃないんだ。
Yeah, he wasn't the one who took the knife in there, but there was somebody else who was in that dining hall.
お次は犯人は僕じゃないかしら。言うだけならいくらでもできるわよ。
Nah, he's gonna keep saying it.
証人がいるとしたら。
Witness. Yep.
皆さん。
What do you mean, huh?
関根さんは言ってたよね。
Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen, to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. You literally said that whole sentence to him. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
包丁は朝比奈さんが食堂にいる間になくなったんだよね。
Like, but how does the knife just disappear while you're in the dining hall? How do you not see anybody to walk out with that thing or hear anybody?
そうだよ。その間僕は食堂に来た。
来なかったと思う。
You were nowhere to be found. You don't think so? Does not sound confident enough.
苗木は来なかったよ。
Thank you. Definitely wasn't there.
包丁は朝比奈さんが食堂にいる間になくなった。つまり僕に包丁を持ち出せたはずがないんだ。
だったらこういう可能性はどう？
What
そ
about
この
what?
水谷箱と苗木誠は共犯関係にあって嘘の証言をしている。
In on it together? No, what is wrong with you? Like, I've barely spoken to her.
水泳バカ？っていうか、なんで私が共犯者なの？
Yeah, exactly.
ついでにそこのぬいぐ
But
る
we
みに
all
聞
want
い
to
て
get
お
out
き
of
たい
here,
んだ
so I
が
mean, it's not. We're not
共
putting it
犯
past
者が
anyone.
存在した場合はそいつも黒になるのか？
If there's an accomplice, they also become black, and I have to remember that this is all timed as well. I'm gonna assume that this is similar to when Persona 5 gives you a deadline, and when Persona 4 gives you a deadline, but the deadline is very lenient, so it's not likely that you run out of time. I'm gonna hope that that's how it is with these cases, that I can come to a conclusion long before the time runs out.
では答えましょう。殺人の際、共犯者を味方につけることは
Nope.
可能ですが、
Only the person who commits the
卒
deed
業できるの
will
は
get to graduate. The accomplice does not go.
黒い地名のみです。
つまりいくら殺人を手伝ったところで共犯者は得しないのね。
So that's all the more reason to completely discredit the idea of us working together. Like, nobody would work together knowing that there's no benefit to that.
じゃあ共犯者ってのはなさそうだな。
Exactly. There's no way anybody would work together. Your only time during debating. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That there's very little chance that I would completely just run out of time, but without coming to a conclusion. Like, they give you plenty of time, so I just need to focus and get through it.
犯人がそのルールを知らなかっただけなのかもしれないし。
What if they did work together and just didn't know about the rule? Well, yeah, that's a possibility. Maybe they didn't know about the rule, but
めんどくさいな、もう。ないない。今回の事件に共犯者はいないんだよ。
so you already know. Well, yes, he obviously knows who the killer is, but why are you even helping us?
is like, you want us to figure this out on our own. Like, don't help us. Like, you want us to suffer. Exactly, like, did I say that out loud? Like, you should not want to be helping us right now. Like, you want us to suffer.
とにかく僕は食堂には行ってないし包丁なんて持ち出してないんだよ
It's back on.
だから僕は犯人なんかじゃないんだ
だったら包丁を持ち出したのって誰
Well,
なの
that's
か
what
な
we don't know. We have no way of knowing who took the knife.
食堂にずっといた朝比奈さんなら可能でしょうけど
And yeah, like that's I'm sorry, Hina, but you were in the dining hall. And I really don't understand how, with you being there, you didn't see or hear anybody walk out of there with a knife. And you didn't notice that a knife was missing.
違う私じゃないってそれを証明する人物はいるのですかな
Sakura can? Okay, she can prove it.
昨日の夜食堂で紅茶を飲んでた時私はずっとさくらちゃんと一緒だったんだよ
Oh, well then, so then you weren't the only one in the in the dining hall.
念のために聞いとくけどさくらちゃんって誰ですよね
じゃあ朝比奈っちとオーガのどっちかがこっそり包丁を持ち出したんじゃねえのか
If Sakura had the knife in her hand or in her possession the entire time she was in my room, while I was in there too, she would have killed me. When everybody else had their back turned, like she would have waited. Well, I guess she wouldn't do it with all the people in the room, but if she had it in her possession the whole time, then she's hiding it very, very well.
それはありえないよだって
あんたよ
昨晩我は朝比奈の部屋に泊まったのだ
Stayed in
変
her
な映
room.
像を見せられたせいで怖くなっちゃってささくらちゃんに無理言って泊まってもらったんだだからそもそも私たちにはアリバイがあるんだって
止まったって高速違反じゃない個室以外で寝ることは禁止されてたけど
Yeah, no, it doesn't say we have to stay in assigned
禁止
dorms.
されてなかったからだから問題ないってことなんじゃないかな
問題ならある不健全ではないか男女が
Oh my gosh, man. She's gonna pummel you, man. Like, she is going to pummel you. We've already been over this in part 1. That is a woman.
我は女だな
She is going to absolutely destroy you, man.
ですが食堂にいたあなた方でもないとなるともう他の可能性はい
やまだ可能性はあるはずだそうだろう朝比奈
I'm gonna turn my headphone volume up because the voices are so quiet.
実はね私たちが食堂にいる間他にも一人だけ食堂に来た人がいるんだ
なぜそれを先に言わん
Yeah, exactly. It's like somebody else.
だってもうここにいない人だか
They're
ら
not here anymore. Are they already dead? Someone who's not here? Are you talking about
舞園さやかちゃん食
Sayaka?
堂に来たのは殺された彼女だよ
She came to the dining hall and then wound up dead. No, why is that? So the person who took the knife from the kitchen if Sayaka was the one who took the knife, that would mean that she took it because she was afraid that somebody was gonna try to break into her room, or in this case my room, and try to kill her. But then the person was still able to get in somehow and took the knife from her and killed her instead.
If Hina is the one who took the knife, then she was the one who... Like, yeah, more mysteries. So silence is your answer. Sometimes that works in real life, but it won't work here. The class trial is of the bear by the bear for the bear. There's debate. Okay, I didn't realize I was timed in selecting an answer. So the person who took the knife was... I'll say Sayaka for now. But if she's the one who took the knife, then that must mean that she took it to defend herself. But that, like you said, that's the only possibility.
今になって考えてみれば、食堂に来るなり、あいつは我らに見向きもせずに厨房へと入っていった。
That's why I brought up the another possibility. Like, did she take it and then commit, you know, unaliving herself? But there was way too much struggle in the room, so my only thing is she took it to defend herself.
水を飲みに来ただけだと言っていたが、おそらくその時に。
では包丁を持ち出したのは被害者である舞園くん自身だったのか。
きっと護身用にしようと。
Yeah, exactly. Took it for self-defense.
That's the
only thing that makes sense. Like, she took the knife and then the knife was used to kill her. You're still trying to say that it's me.
皆さん、やっぱりナギが犯人なんじゃない。だから違うんだって。
そうやって議論をねじ曲げ、一度間違った方へと誘導してるのか。
Now look at how everybody is just so easily, idiotically convinced.
恐ろしいスキルの持ち主や。
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
待って。ナイギ君を犯人だと決めつけるのはまだ早いんじゃないかしら。今回の犯人は部屋の持ち主ではありえない行動をとっていた。
Yeah, like I understand that we switched rooms, but we gave each other our keys, so that there's no way I got up in the middle of the night, went into her room, or went into my room that she was sleeping in.
ありえねえ行動？なんだそりゃ。
現場となった部屋にはあって当然のものがなかった。
Oh, really? Is that right? What was that?
ここまで言えばわかるわね。
What was missing? Your first hangman's gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear about it? Yes, I don't know why they give the option. As things advance further in a class trial, the hangman's gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Really? Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Oh my goodness, man. You use the left stick to aim, then press the triangle button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0 or if you run out of time, you fail. You see, that just sounds like incredibly stressful. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. Well, I mean, actually, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out what the word is, but let's just hope that's the case. Must be push one. If we can just figure out what that something is. Alright, aim and press the triangle button as the words come down. Hangman's Gambit, let's begin. Okay. Hair? Okay. So the word was hair. There wasn't a single piece of hair on the floor. Yeah, the culprit removed a lot of evidence because you saw the incinerator was on. I don't know why nobody brought that up yet.
そこまで徹底的に掃除する必要があるのか。だって自分の部屋に自分の髪の毛が落ちてても何もおかしくないはずだよ。
前園さんが部屋を訪れたという痕跡を消すために
Yeah,
部屋中
exactly.
の髪の毛を掃除した。そうは考えられませんか？彼女の痕跡を消すのが目的なら髪の毛よりも死体そのものを何とかするはずよ。
Okay, well,
一理やりますな。
だったらどうして髪の毛が落ちてなかったんだよ。
もちろん犯人が掃除したからよ。自分がその部屋を訪れたという痕
so
跡を
the
消すため
hair
に
belongs to the killer, you're saying? They wanted to remove any trace that they were there.
そう、犯人が部屋の持ち主だとは考えられないの。
The room's owner and the killer are one and the same. But you're not helping me then. Oh, that's gonna affirm that I'm the killer.
じゃあ苗木君は犯人じゃない？
だがそんな大事なことをたかが髪の毛だけで決めていいのか。
いいえ、苗木君が犯人じゃないって根拠は他にも
Okay,
ある
well,
わ。
hang on a second. Yeah, she's saying that it can't be me.
聞かせてもらおうか。
I play all anime-based games with Japanese audio because I'm trying to learn Japanese, and I'd rather hear Japanese audio than the English. It helps me learn about the way that people talk. Yeah, and let's me learn about the way that people speak in Japanese. I like to hear Japanese voice acting.
現場となったシャワールーム周辺の状況をよく思い出してみて。
And at least I still get the English subtitles.
前園さんは最初に部屋で襲われ、その後シャワールームに逃げ込んだのよね。
Okay.
犯人はその後を追ってシャワールームに入った。そこであの女を刺し殺したんだ。
その時犯人はすんなりとシャワールームに入れたのかしら。どういう意味ですか？犯人はシャワールームに入る際、かなり手こずったんじゃないかしら。
Well, yeah, because in that room, that was the room that had the messed up door.
その証拠だってはっきりと残っていたはずよ。苗木君、
Yeah, the doorknob was
覚えてい
broken.
るでしょ。
The killer struggled getting into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the doorknob, the object that the killer broke. Makoto's bathroom doorknob had been broken. Okay, protect the item.
犯人が手こずった証拠ってシャワールームのドアノブのことだよね。
ドアノブがどうしたんだべ。
壊されてたんだよ。僕の部屋のシャワールームのドアノブがさ、ほら上の部分のネジが外れてドアノブが取れかかってるでしょ。
本当だ。でもどうしてドアノブなんかが。
犯人がシャワールームの鍵を壊そうとしてドアノブごと外したのよ。
I mean, yeah, it was pretty much hanging loose. They pretty much did remove it.
これが苗木君が犯人と考えられない根拠。もう一つの部屋の持ち主ではありえない行動よ。
自分の部屋のドアを壊すはずねえってか。でも壊すしかねえんだったら壊すだろ。ありえねえってほどじゃねえだろ。
そう、まだわからないのね。もう一度事件の流れを振り返ってみましょうか。そうすればきっとわかるはずよ。
Okay, she's cooking right now. She's cooking. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Okay? From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'd also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck. Alright, well then I just gotta really pay attention here. Alright, bathroom door frame.
事件は苗木君の個室で起きた。前園さんは最初に部屋で襲われ、その後シャワールームに逃げ込んだ。
犯人はその後を追ってシャワールームに入った。
その時犯人がドアノブを
And
壊
that's
したん
when
だ
the killer had to try and bust down the door. Bust down
シ
the
ャワールー
door.
ムには鍵がかかってたからな
No, 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 shoot.
そこで前園さんは
It's too slow. Like that was too slow. I was spamming that button. Like I was spamming that button.
犯人はその後シャワールームに入ったんだ。
その時犯人がドアノブを壊したんだろシャワールームには鍵がかかってたからな
Okay, thank you. That part is a lie. Sayaka did not lock the door. The door is already
僕の部
unable
屋の
to
シ
be
ャワールー
opened.
ムが開かなかったのは鍵のせいじゃないんだよ。だってシャワールームに鍵がかかるのって
Yeah, the girls'
女性
rooms
の
are
部
the
屋だ
only
けだっ
ones
たは
that
ず
can
で
be
しょ
locked.
そういえばそうだったな。
じゃあ苗木君の部屋のシャワールーム
Because the door is broken. That's what he was trying to say. The door didn't open because the door is broken. You have to force it open.
ドアの立て付けのせいなんだ。
Yeah, it's stuck. Like the door wasn't installed properly.
はドアの立て付け
僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付けが悪かったんだ。それはそこのモノクマが証人だよ。
はいその通りでございます
I can't stand this music.
でも
Whenever he
超
talks.
高級の幸運であるはずの苗木君の部屋だけ立て付けが悪いなんてぷ全然幸運じゃないし
シャワールーム
Yes,
のドア
whatever,
が開
okay.
かなかったのは立て付けのせいだった。でも犯人はそれを鍵のせいだと勘違いした。だからこそドアノブごと鍵を壊そうとしたのよ。
ですが犯人はどうして鍵がかかっているなんて勘違いをしたのでしょう。男子の部屋のシャワールームに鍵がかからないことは私たちの全員が知っているはずですけど。
He probably bad luck of the doors would save them here. Yeah. I mean, they probably thought it was locked just because it wouldn't open, but they didn't know that the door was messed up.
犯人がそう勘違いしたのは現場に関する重要なことを知らなかったせい。
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was the crime took place in my room, not Sayaka's room.
犯人は現場が僕の部屋だってことを知らなかったのかも。
Yeah, the killer didn't realize that it was actually my room, not Sayaka's room.
犯人が現場を知らないなんて前代未聞ですぞ。
でも当たってるわ。だけどもう少し正確に言えば犯人が知らなかったのは苗木君と舞園
Yeah,
さ
so
んが
they
部屋を
didn't know
交
that we
換
switched
していた
rooms.
事実。そのせいで犯人は勘違いしてしまったのよ。舞園さんがいた部屋を彼女の部屋だとね。
だからシャワールームには鍵があると思い込み鍵を壊しにかかったのだな。
それが無意味な行動とも知らずにか。
最終的には力ずくで開けたのか ひょんなことから開いたのかはわからないけど、犯人は相当混乱したはずよ。結局ドアが開いた理由もわからずじまいでしょうし。
This trial, man.
何にせよ実に回りくどい
It's
行
only
動
the
だ。
first trial, and I
あ
can
りも
already
しないドアの鍵を壊そうとするとはな。
like this is only the first trial, and now I can already see I'm in for some stress throughout the remainder of this
ド
game.
アが開かない理由を知っていた僕ならそんなことするはずないよね。
Yeah, so see now this is exactly why you all need to understand now that he is most definitely not the killer. Like he would have known that the door couldn't be locked.
確かにそうかもしれんな。
じゃあ犯人って部屋の交換を知らなかった人なの？
Second, I can get out of this now. So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they switched rooms.
鍵は当てはまらないじゃない。
What I've been trying to tell you.
だったら犯人は誰だっつうんだ？
すまんが拙者はお手上げでござる。
Okay, that's
この
not
ま
an
ま犯
option.
人が決まらなかったらどうなるの？
If we can't decide on who we think did it, I'm gonna assume. Hopefully, I assume wrong. I'm gonna assume that it means we all die.
よし、とりあえず多数決で決めよう。
But what are we
とり
voting
あえ
for?
ずでいいんだ。
つうかこの状況ってやばくねえか？リアルな話、誰か何とかしてくんねえと。
どんな些細な
He's
こ
gotta
とでも
defend
構いま
himself
せんわ。
with his life. If this is gonna be him every single
疑問
trial,
に
then
感じていることはないのですか？
like I know Makoto's heart is just beating out his mind right now.
あ、疑問ならあるよ。
Oh, gee, here we go.
あなたですか。
なんで残念そうなの？
朝比奈君、いいから話したまえ。
あ、そうそう。そもそも犯人はどうやって苗木の部屋に入ったのかなって
That's
思
what I
って
want to
さ。
understand too. Like how can anyone get into anyone's room? Like the only thing I can think about is they left the door unlocked by mistake. Like we swapped keys. We had each other's keys because we were going in each other's rooms.
なるほど。犯人が現場に入った方法か。
Well, yeah, maybe they had a lockpick or something, but that's really faulty. If you can just get into somebody's room with a lockpick, with how ridiculous the school is set up.
内園が部屋の鍵を落としてそれを犯人が拾ったんだろ。
そんなに都合よく落とすとは思えんが。
Yeah, too convenient.
じゃあ
Yes, again, saying that somebody picked the lock. But that would be really disappointing if people can just lockpick these doors.
いや、鍵にはピッキング防止加工があったはずだ。
Unpickable. Okay, so yeah.
ではお答えしましょう。犯人はもっと簡単に入ったのであります。つまり来訪者のふりをしてやってきた犯人を前園さん自らが
Okay,
招き入れたのです。
that could be a possibility. But again, we said no matter who it is, no matter what they say, we're not opening our doors.
いや、それはないよ。
ほう、随分と身の程知らずがいたもんですな。
Oh my gosh, stop.
この僕に反論するとはね。もしもーし、どうしてないって言い切れるんですか？
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Traded room keys when the was discovered. This room is also not in Makoto's room. So to switch to attempt to force it.
これだ。
That's gotta be it.
前園さんは怯えていたんだよ。だからこそ僕に部屋の交換を頼んだんだ。
Yeah, Sayaka was already scared. Remember, that's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is. Yep, see, that's the line. Don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching?
そう言っていた彼女が自分から 鍵を開けたとは考えられないよ。
彼女が怯えていたこと自体が嘘だ
But
ったとしたら
we're just cherry picking at this point. We are just cherry picking all the possibilities from this. So now you're gonna try to convince us that she was lying about being scared?
何言ってんだよ。どうして彼女がそんな嘘を。
苗木君にとっては考えたくない可能性でしょう。これを見てもまだそう言える？
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. From Sayaka, check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
ある場所に置いてあったメモ帳の一番上のページを鉛筆でこすってみた。こんな字が浮かび上がった。
あ、ドラマで見たことあるよ。メモ帳の下のページに残された筆圧を鉛筆でこすって浮かび上がらせるんだよね。それを見た時に思ったの。メモに字を書く時はメモ帳から破った後で書かないとって。
古い手法だけど意外ととても役に立つものね。ちなみにこのメモ帳が置いてあったのは苗木君の部屋のデスクの上に。
Okay.
つまりこのメモを事件前に残せたのは苗木君の部屋に入ったことがある人物だ。
Okay, but that was Sayaka.
部屋の持ち主である苗木か、昨晩だけ部屋を交換していたという埋蔵。
苗木君、これはあなたが書いたものかしら？
いや、違うけど。
そうでしょうね。このメモには埋蔵のとどめるサインが書いてあったみたいです。
Then that note, Sayaka wrote it. But why? Why would she write that?
彼女はある人物を呼び出そうとしている。そこでこのメモを使ったんじゃないかしら。このメモを部屋のドアの隙間から入れることでその人物をこっそり呼び出そうとしたのよ。
We are seriously, like, I understand that we're trying to be ace detectives right here, but at this point I feel like we're reaching.
超高校級のアイドルにそんな風に誘われた日には男子なら一興ですな。
僕は2次元限定なんで関係ありませんがね。
ですがそのメモで呼び出された人物なんて
Oh my
本当に
goodness, it
存
is
在
just
する
one
のでしょ
reach
うか？
after the other. And now it's can we be sure anyone even got the note?
存在するとしてもその人物が事件に関係しているとは思えませんわ。
どうして
聞いていただけますか？ではお話しして差し上げましょう。
Okay. Dorm nameplates. Alright.
前園さんと苗木君は部屋を交換していたのです。ですが、
Yes.
そのメモの呼び出し先には私の部屋とありますわよ。
そっか。
My room.
そのメモで呼び出されたら
So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
苗木君がいた前園さんの部屋にです。
Yes.
つまり呼び出された人物がいたとしても事件とは関係ないはずですわ。
なるほど、確かにそうかもしれんな。
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is it has to be because of what got switched between my and Sayaka's rooms.
前園さんと苗木君は部屋を交換していたのです。ですがそのメモの呼び出し先には私の部屋とありますわよ。
そっか。
Wait.
そのメモで呼び
So
出され
something
たら
was not right.
その人は前園さんの部屋に行っちゃうんだ。
苗木君がいた前園さんの部屋にです。
Okay, hold on.
僕の部屋と前園
The
さんの部屋
nameplates in my room and Sayaka's
ネ
room
ーム
got
プレートが
switched.
交換されてたんだよ。
ネームプレートが。
そう、部屋の交換と同じようにね。 そのせいで苗木くんがいた舞園さんの部屋は苗木誠のネームプレートになる。
Okay.
舞園さんがいた苗木くんの部屋は舞園さん、
つまり舞園さやかのネームプレートの部屋には本当に舞園がいたということか。
じゃあそのメモの通りに行動しても舞園さんがいる苗木くんの部屋には行けたんだね。
しかも2人の部屋は隣同士。ネームプレートを入れ替えるのはうってつけだった。
Hear the thoughts of all the characters and what they think. Yes. Yeah, I'm glad that we get to hear what everybody participating. I gotta plug my phone in. But it's seriously, at this point, this trial is taking a long time. I understand that we're really struggling to come up with a conclusion here, but this trial is taking a while.
それをやったのは誰なのかしらね。もちろん苗木くんじゃないのよね。
I don't even know who could have switched the nameplates.
そんじゃ誰がやったっつんだよ。
Only one person who could have switched the nameplates. I have an idea in my head of who could have done it. And potentially the same person who walked out of the dining hall with a knife. Who knew that we had switched was Sayaka. And me and Sayaka were the only ones.
知ってたのは僕と舞園さんだけなんだ。だからネームプレートの交換ができたのは僕以外には舞園さんしかいないはずだよ。
そのことは彼女が残したメモの文面からも推測できるわね。
Just as 2 and 5 minutes come to see me in my room. Yeah, and so if they're so prior to the nameplates being switched, I went into Sayaka's room, Sayaka went into my room, and then the plates were switched to make it seem as though the room that Sayaka was in was her room when it was actually mine, and to make it seem like the room that I went was mine when it was hers. Alright. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room.
彼女は呼び出した人物に対して部屋のネームプレートを確認しろと言っている。ネームプレートの入れ替えを知っていなければ書けない言葉よ。
Yeah.
でもどうして舞園さんはネームプレートの交換なんかをしたの？
She wanted this person to know that it was her in the room. If we had switched rooms and not changed the nameplates, the killer would have gone into the room with Sayaka's nameplate, but it would have been me in there, not her. But she wanted the killer to know that it was her in the room. That's why the note said to check the nameplates. Exactly. She wanted someone to come to the room she was in. Exactly. What do you mean, what? That makes perfect sense.
部屋の交換を隠した上で人を呼ぶってそんなことして何の意味があるの？
それについて知るためには彼女がその人物を部屋に招き入れた後そこで何が起きたのかを知る必要があるわ。
It is definitely late for me, but I really want to finish this trial.
答えはそこにあるはずだから。
その後に起きたことか。おそらく舞園くんに呼び出された人物がそこで彼女に襲いかかり。
Well, in my opinion, unfortunately, if Sayaka is the one who walked out of the dining hall with the knife, then that means she was probably inviting the killer into the room to kill them. And instead they flipped it and killed her.
なんと犯人が判明してしまったぞ。呼び出された人物が犯人なのだ。
そいつが誰かが問題なんだろうが。
Yeah, the turns of table.
あの部屋では 最初に前園さんと犯人の争いがあったのですよね。もしやそこでの争いの中に先ほどの問いの答えがあるのではないですか？
ええ、その通りよ。
じゃあそこでどんな争いがあったのかをはっきりさせればいいんだね。
そういえばあの現場には模擬刀が落ちていたな。あれはそこでの争いに使われたものではない。
It had to have been used. It was on the floor.
あれって何なんだ？
前園さんに勧められて僕が護身用に持って帰ったものなんだけど、きっと犯人はあの模擬刀で前園さんの右手首を骨折させたんだよ。
Use the sword to break her wrist?
前園の骨折が模擬刀のせいってなんでそ。
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
So それは骨折した前園さんの右手首を見ればわかるはずだよ。右手首の腫れている部分に何かキラキラしたものがついてたでしょ。
Oh, that's right.
もしかして金箔？
あの模擬刀の金箔だよ。あの金箔って少し触っただけでもすぐ手についちゃうんだけど、それが前園さんの手首についてたってことはさ。
そう、そこに模擬刀の打撃を受けたからだな。
But why would that break her wrist rather than chop it off entirely?
なるほどなるほど、真相に近づいてきた気がしますな。
Unless, wait, am I forgetting that the sword was, it's just a replica, so it's not an actual sword? So it's like, maybe it's like plastic or something?
よっしゃ、じゃあ一気に謎を解くべ。あの部屋で起きたことの一部始終を解明してやるって。
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Are you getting used to these non-stop debates? Somewhat. I still need to get used to the shooting at the words, because it's too slow. Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. You can press the L1 button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Alright, so as the words pop up, just make sure I'm on the right cylinder. Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet, or you can hold down the L1 button and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. I'm not set on kind. I'm set on the normal one. For our purpose this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. For our purpose? Well then, good luck, have fun. Alright, so make sure I'm on the correct one. Replica sword sheath, knife, and replica sword. So we have replica sword sheath? Okay. You're gonna be in for despair, yep.
そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だぜ。
Sword-based sneak attack.
ここで前園さやか殿は骨折してしまったの。
慌てて応戦をしようとしたあいつは隠し持ってた包丁を取り出したものに
Hang on, I missed.
奪われちゃって。
そして犯人に殺されてしまった。
これがあの部屋で起きた一部始終だべ。
Okay, we gotta start over.
部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
Okay, no, that wasn't the right thing. I see, so what you're saying is I had to actually... Okay, so that wasn't the wrong statement. That statement was still correct. Correct.
争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
そこで舞鶴のさやか殿は骨折してしまった。
慌てて応戦をしようとしたあいつは隠し持ってた包丁を取り出したものに。
I keep moving too slow. That's the wrong statement.
犯人に殺されてしまった。
これがあの部屋で起きた一部始終だべ。
So that's the statement that's wrong.
あの部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が模擬刀の先制攻。
そこで舞鶴のさやか殿
慌てて応戦をしようとしたあいつは隠し持ってた包丁を取り出したものに。
Oh, what?
あの部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
そこで舞鶴のさやか殿は骨折してしまった。
慌てて応戦をしようとしたあいつは隠し持ってた包丁を取り出したものに。
それすらも犯人に奪われちゃって。
そして犯人に殺されてしまった。
これがあの部屋で起きた一部始終だべ。
So what?
あの部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
So which one is the right one?
あの部屋で争いが始まった際に犯人は模擬刀を手にしたんだ。そこで最初の一撃が繰り出されたんだ。模擬刀の先制攻撃だべ。
Okay, so that's the one that was wrong. That's the one that was wrong. I don't think the fight started with the fight didn't start with the sword. I have 2 hearts left.
模擬刀の鞘にある傷だよ。ほら、刃物で切りつけられたみたいな傷があるでしょ。
今のって包丁だよね。現場にあった刃物って包丁だけだし。
連想ゲームしてんじゃねえぞ。もっと分かりやすく説明しろや。
最初に模擬刀の攻撃があったとすると鞘に包丁の傷があったことに説明がつかないんだ。だって模擬刀で襲いかかるなら刀を鞘から抜くはずだよね。
鞘をつけたままなんて重くて邪魔なだけだし威力も半減だろうからな。
Yeah.
いや、
Okay.
どうして鞘に傷が。
例えばいきなり包丁で襲われとっさの防御として模擬刀で受けたとしたら刀を鞘から抜く暇なんてないわね。
つまり最初に模擬刀が使われたのは包丁の攻撃に対する防御のためだった。
ということは先に襲いかかったのは包丁を持った人物だったのですな。
Sayaka was the one who had the knife.
こういうことだな。犯人はあの部屋を訪れた直後、そこに隠してあった包丁を見つけ、その包丁でいきなり舞園君に襲いかかったのだ。そこで彼女はとっさに模擬刀で応戦したが、その模擬刀すらも奪い取られてしまい、そして模擬刀の一撃で骨折させられた後。
ごめんいいよ。模擬刀で応戦したのが舞園さんだとは考えられないの？
Didn't you just say she might have used it as a defense impulse?
なんで考えられねえんだよ。
舞園さんは模擬刀を手にしていない。それは 彼女の体のある部分を見ればわかるはずよ。
Part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use the sword, which part of your body would have had to touch it? In her palms.
それって前園さんの手のひらだよね。彼女の手のひらって綺麗なままだったし、模擬刀を手にしたとは思えないよね。
どうして手のひらを見ただけでそんなことがわかるの？
How you figure that out just by looking at her palms?
さっきも言ったけど、あの模擬刀の金箔ってちょっと触っただけでもすぐ手についちゃうんだよ。実際、模擬刀の柄の部分は塗装がかなり剥がれていたでしょ。きっとあの模擬刀を使った人の手に金箔がついちゃったせいだ。だからもし前園さんが模擬刀を使ってたなら、彼女の手が綺麗なままなのはおかしいんだ。
シャワールームに逃げ込んだ時に洗い流したのかもしれないじゃない。
それはないよ。
どうして言い切れるのよ。私がブスだ。
Oh my god, woman.
そうじゃなくて。
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold cording off her hands because she had it on her fingers. Certain regulation of that what talks about water can't remove. She's afraid of the water can't remove it. Then after you brought the sword to your room, how did you get it off? With water. He thrust into her, filling her with this cold steel. I'm gonna put that line in my next book. Like I just... And wait. There's no way Sayaka washed the gold cording off her hands. Talks about what happens in the vacuum. Yeah, which so was the water was probably off. Yeah, the water's off. Yeah, the water's off at that time. Yeah, that's one of the regulations. Oh, of course.
あんただって似たようなもんじゃない。全部試しの匂いがしてるわよ。
褒められてるの？なされてるの？
How do you not know?
なされてんだろ。とにかく
Anyway.
一度も模擬刀を手にしていないということは、つまり模擬刀を使ったのは犯人の方だったのだな。だとするとその模擬刀の鞘に包丁で傷をつけたのって。
The one who damaged the sheath would have to been the one without the sword. So that's the killer then. With both at once? Wait. No, that's... The one who damaged the sheath would have had to been the one without the sword. Yeah, she walked out of that dining hall with the knife.
だけどさ、確か最初に襲いかかったのって。
はじめに包丁を持った人物が襲いかかり、そのとっさの防御として模擬刀が使われたんだったな。
じゃあ最初に襲いかかったのも。
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that the person who attacked first was Sayaka.
これで分かったでしょ。彼女は単なる被害者じゃなかった。
She invited somebody to her room with the intent of killing him.
あいつは厨房から包丁を持ち出し、そして自分が泊まる部屋に犯人を招き入れている。さらに先に包丁で攻撃を仕掛けたのもあいつなのだとすると。
確かにむしろ加害者のような行動だ。
そういえば苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは前園さんの方からでしたわね。もしかすると彼女が苗木君に部屋の交換を申し出たのは
Once again to ensure that the killer walked into the room that she was in, or the supposed killer walked into the room that she was in, not the room that Makoto was in.
苗木君に自分の罪をなすりつけるためだったのかもしれませんわね。
Or actually, well, maybe that is a possibility as well.
そう考えればネームプレートの件もしっくりき
Her
ますね。
plan was working for a long time then.
彼女は標的にした人物を自分が泊まる苗木君の部屋に呼び寄せたかった。その部屋で殺人を犯すことによって疑惑を苗木君に向けようとしたのです。ですがそのためには部屋の交換を伏せたまま標的を呼び出さなければならなかった。標的に部屋の交換がバレてしまえば間違いなく怪しまれてしまいますからね。
そのためにネームプレートを交換したって。
ですがその計画は危険すぎやしませんかね。たとえ標的を殺すことに成功してもその後苗木誠殿が部屋の交換をバラしてしまったら。
それはどうかな。お人よしの苗木に舞園を切り捨てるような真似ができたとは思えんが、舞園もそう思っていたからこそ部屋の交換相手に苗木を選んだんじゃないのか。
それに彼女超高校級のアイドルよ。冴えない苗木と国民的アイドルの舞園の主張、普通ならどちらの主張を信じるかしら。
では彼女はそのことも計算に入れて。
マジかよ。
ですがそんな彼女の計画も失敗に終わった。包丁で襲いかかった際彼女は模擬刀の反撃を受けてしまい、そこで右手首を骨折し包丁を落としてしまったのでしょう。
そして標的
The
であった
turns
は
were
ずの人
suddenly
物
tabled on her.
逆に殺されてしまう。
ちょっと待ってよ、そんなはずないよ。だってさ。
Because what? What is it, Makoto?
なんだか議論が脱線してない？そんなセピア色のお話なんかよりもさ、ほら早く黒を決めちゃわないと。時間切れで全員お仕置きなんてことになったら大変でしょ。
Yes, it would, and I only have 2 hearts
まだ
left.
犯人を決めねえと。
苗木君、今は謎の解明に集中して。舞園さんを殺した犯人を突き止めなければ全てが終わってしまうのよ。
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I need to stop more being so afraid of failing. Like, if I have to start over, that would completely suck because this case is very long. But if that's what happens at some point, then I just gotta learn from the mistakes. As far as clues go, there's nothing left. Dying message. Alright.
犯人を決めろっつったのよ。
Decide who did it.
もう新しい手がかりがないんだぜ。ならば今までの手がかりをもう一度
No, but I shot the wrong thing. I was aiming for the first one.
犯人を決めろっつったのよ。
I meant to shoot the first thing.
もう新しい手がかりがないんだから。それは違う。
Yeah, I meant to shoot the first one, not that it was too slow.
手がかりならまだ残ってるかもしれない。
舞園さんが残
I
した
have half
ダイ
a
イングメッ
heart
セージ
left, man.
ダニー、なんつった？
ダイイングメッセージ、舞園さんの背中の壁にあったでしょ。11037って書かれた1文字。あそこに犯人の手がかりがあるはずよ。
Oh yeah, and it's only the first trial. It's like I know that all the trials after this are gonna be much harder.
その前に聞いておきたいのですが、そもそもその血文字は本当に舞園さんが書いたものなのですか？
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, and I can prove it. Index finger.
her index finger had blood on it.
左手の人差し指が血で汚れてた理由。きっとその指で血文字を書いたからだよ。
彼女はその前の争いで右手を骨折していたはずだ。それで左手で書いたのだな。
舞園ちゃんが書いたのはいいとしてもさ、その11037ってどんな意味なの？
数字のことならその女が詳しいんじゃねえのか。プログラマーなんだろ。
それが全然なんだよね。どうやってもこの数字列に意味を見出せなくて。
当たり前よ。だって数字じゃないもの。
They're not numbers. Was I right this whole time?
いやー、なんだか。
どうした？
いえ、数字じゃないと思って見てみますと、この最初の文字って11ではなくてアルファベットに見えませんかね。
Guys, don't tell me I was right the whole time because people were literally putting LMAO in my chat last night when I was saying this. I literally said multiple times and said it today too. This looks like Leon's name spelled upside down and flipped. There is a white line going diagonal between those two pink ones that looks like an N.
本当だ。中央の線がかすれてるせいで11だと思ってたけど、これって N との意味だよね。
It's an N. Like I knew it. Like I was right.
おお、珍しくまともなこと言ったな。
灰色の脳細胞が冴えています。
I know who I'm voting for.
だが最初の文字が N だとしてもだ。
They're not numbers, Sakura. These are letters. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
時計回りに
Rotate the image 180 degrees. Huh? Thank you, Kyoko. Rotate it? She wrote down the killer's name. Like I was right.
手がかりをすっ飛ばして犯人の名前？
誰よ、誰の名前が書いてあるの？
Watch them say unless they were lying. Sayaka's diamond reveals the killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear. Where is he? She wrote your name down, Leon.
謎を解く鍵は時計回りの回転にあったんだ。このダイイングメッセージをアルファベットの LEON って文字が見えてくるんだよ。桑田くんの名前でね。
何言ってんだよ。たまたまだって。
Yeah, it sounds like it's just a coincidence, but
たまたまそう見えただけだって。偶然の産物だっつうの。
いいえ、偶然なんかじゃないよ。彼女は壁にもたれかかった体勢で背後の壁にメッセージを書いた。おそらく手だけを背中の後ろに回した後ろ手の状態でメッセージを書いたんでしょうね。そんな体勢で書いてしまったせいで正面から見ると180度ひっくり返った形になってしまったので、実際に自分で試してみるといいわ。その状態で書くと字が反転してしまうはずだ。
yep.
なのただのこじつけじゃねえか。
So that sounds like a stretch and not all the cherry picking we were just doing earlier.
犯人だ。適当なこと言うんじゃねえって。
あなたが犯人じゃないならどうしてあなたが証拠を処分しようとしたのか。は？ナイジ君、あなただって知っているはずよ。
He tried to get rid of the hair, right? I found on the ground in front of the incinerator. No, the crystal.
burnt piece of clothing. The crystal ball is one thing, but it's the burnt shirt piece.
ワイシャツの燃えかすのことだよね。
おそらく犯人は舞園さんを刺し殺した際にその返り血を浴びたワイシャツを処分するためにそれを焼却炉に放り込んだのよ。
その際に燃えかすを残してしまったのですね。
きっと犯人も気づいていなかったはずよ。気づいていたらもっと慌てているはずだもの。そうよね。
そのワイシャツだけで桑田レオンを犯人だと断定できるのか。
No, his name being written inverted on the wall is.
袖口が白いワイシャツを着てる人は岩田君以外にもたくさんいるもんね。
そうだ、ワイシャツを着てるやつなんて俺以外にもいるんだ。そんな燃えかすだけじゃ誰のもんかなんて分かるはずねえだろ。
証拠品自体から割り出せなくても他の点から割り出すこともできるかもしれない。
どうやら見えてきたみたいね。全ての謎の答
え。なんとなくだけど。
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. For when it was disposed of, where it was disposed of, how it was disposed, for when. If we focus on that, the killer will become clear. But what do you mean the time it was destroyed? Do you really have evidence that proves what time it was destroyed? I don't think you do. Okay, no, that's the wrong answer.
ワイシャツを処分した方法、そこに注目すれば犯人も乗り出せるはずだよ。
Now hold on, guys. Okay. So, if we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is. It's a good point. Okay, yeah, the stream should be back up now. It was my internet disconnected.
トラッシュルームの鉄格子を開けなきゃ焼却炉には近づけねえし、あの焼却炉のスイッチも押せねえはずだよな。そんでそのトラッシュルームの鍵は掃除当番が持ってんだったよな。つまり犯人は掃除当番ってことになるよな。
No. That's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty. And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. I only have one chance. With the Shattered Crystal Ball. But I have one chance. And if I get this wrong, the trial's over. Okay, I'm gonna have to let that rewind itself.
焼却炉に近づかなきゃ証拠隠滅なんてできやしねえ。つうことは犯人は掃除当番だ。
掃除当番。
There were multiple statements in there that could have been wrong. What was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key? The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby. The trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right? No!
フラッシュルームの鍵は掃除当番が持ってんだったよな。
つまり焼却炉に近づけたのは
Who had the keys?
焼却炉に近づかなきゃ証拠隠滅なんてできやしねえ。
I can't tell which statement is wrong.
犯人は掃除当番だ。
掃除当番。
The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the floor nearby. So does that mean the crystal ball, like what did he do, throw it at it?
フラッシュルームの鍵は掃除当番が持ってんだったよな。
つまり焼却炉に近づけたのは掃除当番だけ。
焼却炉に近づかなきゃ証拠隠滅。
Yup, there we go, I got it. And that was my last shot.
証拠を処分する方法はあったはずだよ。
だが鉄格子を開けなければ焼却炉の火をつけることはできんのだぞ。
いや、それが可能だったんだよ。
割れちまってるけどガラス玉みてえだな。
いや、水晶玉のはずだったんだけども。
これを使うってどう。
Sorry. The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was divine within it. Throw it.
これだ。犯人は鉄格子の隙間からこのガラス玉を投げたんだ。焼却炉のスイッチめがけて。そうやって焼却炉のスイッチを押すことで焼却炉に火をつけたんだ。
鉄格子の隙間から投げた。
山田君は前に言ってたよね。
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
鍵を持っていた山田君も知らないうちに焼却炉の火がついてたのは犯人は鉄格子を開けずに焼却炉のスイッチを押したからだったんだ。そうやって焼却炉の火をつけたところでそこに丸めたワイシャツを投げ込んだんだよ。
おい、何言ってんだよ。
犯人が鉄格子の中に入っていないことは証拠隠滅後の状況が物語っているわ。割れたガラス玉、つけっぱなしの焼却炉の火、燃えかすが残ってしまったという雑な処分方法。掃除当番の犯人はもっと丁寧に証拠を隠滅しているはず。
Okay, yeah, I can see why that's true.
ちょっと待てって。でもさ、鉄格子から焼却炉までって10メートル以上は離れてたよね。そんな距離からガラス玉を投げてピンポイントでスイッチに当てるなんて、そんなこと本当にできるのかな。
そうだ、そんなの不可能に決まってんじゃん。
難しいかもしれないけど
Yeah, not impossible. It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer because they're the ultimate baseball star. We got you, Leon. No, we got you. You're the baseball star, aren't you?
そう、バカ言ってんじゃんねって
確かに超高校級の野球選手と称される彼なら10メートル先の的など大したことないでしょうね。
ふざけんな！俺は犯人なんかじゃねえっつうの！つうか今の推理だって全然間違ってんだよ！このクソボケウコだめ！
まだ認めないのだってナイキ君もう一度事件を振り返って彼の犯行の全てを明らかにする
Man, this is a very long trial, man. It should be crystal clear by now.
終わりにさせましょう。
何が終わりだってんだよ！
桑田君君が何て言おうと全ての謎はもう解けてるんだ今回の事件の答えは
The closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more about it? And every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. If you take aim at a missing section and press the X button, you've got a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Good luck and have fun. Finish the thought. No, wait. Then this had to be the part that was next. Okay, I'm not understanding how this is supposed to be how it's supposed to work. Okay, so no, this is the first step. So she grabs the knife, then this has to be the next part. I am so confused. Like, I am way too slow for this. Okay, this has to be the hand using the knife. And then the door handle. But then where does the sword come in? I have 15 minutes left, man. Okay, the roller. The arms of the killer fluid to activate the incinerator. Okay, so they give you the answers. The piece of evidence left behind. That's the broken. Okay, so let me just go back because they give you the answers. Was the scene of the crime the incident began when the killer? So yeah, that's correct. The first, when Sayaka attacked the killer with a knife, they noticed something was in my room. Yeah, that was correct. They used that object to deflect. Yup, that was correct. Let me just make sure this was right. After the killer counted Sayaka's attack and attacked the room, what did they do next? After she was stabbed, Sayaka used the last first. Yep, that was correct. Everything else has to be right. It's just that here is where I'm trying to decide. After the killer counted Sayaka's attack, the attack of the room. I think this is correct. Because they already had the sword in their hand. That makes more sense. And they tried to pick the door. Okay, let's try to reenact this. I think I better take one more look back at this case from the beginning. It is so late at night. Last night the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. Okay, I don't have to read this.
おそらく前園さんはその人物を殺すつもりで部屋に呼んだんだよ。そして彼女はあらかじめ用意していた厨房の包丁でその人物に襲いかかったんだ。
Okay, good. That's all correct.
予期せぬ事態が起きた。その人物が僕の部屋に置いてあった模擬刀で反撃してきたんだ。その攻防の末、模擬刀の攻撃によって前園さんは右手首を骨折してしまって。
No, that was wrong. So, it needs to be this one then.
これが事件の全貌だよ。その攻防の末、模擬刀の攻撃によって前園さんは右手首を骨折してしまって。
Yes, it was this.
そこで包丁を奪われてしまったんだ。置い 詰められた前園さんは慌ててシャワールームに逃げ込んだ。犯人はすぐに後を追ったけど、なぜかシャワールームのドアは開かなかった。僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付けが悪くて、コツを知らないと開けることができなかったんだ。前園さんは僕が教えたから知ってたけど、もちろん犯人はそれを知らなかった。
Okay, yeah, that one
それ
was
でも
obvious.
犯人は何とかドアをこじ開け、そして奪った包丁で前園さんを刺したんだ。
That one was obvious.
だけど前園さんは残った力でその場にダイイングメッセージを残した。犯人に気づかれないように自分の背中側の壁にね。前園さんを殺した後、犯人は慌てて証拠隠滅に取り掛かった。
I mean, for real, man. A whole comic strip to illustrate what happened. It's a whole lot. Very creative, but this was a whole lot. I'm glad they were basically giving me the answers.
そして僕の部屋にあったクリーナーで部屋中を徹底的に掃除した。自分が部屋を訪れたという痕跡を消すためにね。その後、犯人は脱いだワイシャツを処分するためにトラッシュルームに向かった。そこにある焼却炉で帰り地についたワイシャツを燃やそうとしたんだよ。だけどトラッシュルームは鉄格子で封鎖されてて、焼却炉に近づくことができなかった。そこで犯人が使ったのは葉隠君のランドリーに置き忘れていたガラス玉だったんだ。犯人は鉄格子の隙間からガラス玉を投げることで焼却炉のスイッチを入れたんだ。普通の人なら不可能に近い発想だけど、でも犯人にはそれを可能にする自信があった。犯人は超高校級の野球選手だったからなんだ。
Bingo.
正確なコントロールで投げられたガラス玉は焼却炉のスイッチに当たり、そして焼却炉は稼働を始めた。こうして証拠を隠滅した犯人は安心し、すぐにトラッシュルームを後にした。だけどそこには誤算があったんだ。投げ込んだワイシャツの一部が焼却炉から焼け落ちてしまったんだ。そしてそれが決定的な証拠となってしまうことに犯人は気づくことができなかった。そうだよね、桑田レオン君。あのガラス玉は葉隠君がランドリーに忘れたものらしいけど、桑田君はシャツの血を洗い流そうと向かったランドリーでそれを見つけたんじゃないのか。そしてその時今の方法を思いついた。
どうなの桑田君、何か反論はある？
Well, of course he's gonna object, but
反論があるかね。あるに決まってんだろうが。そうか、今のって全部推論だろ。証拠がねえじゃねえか。証拠
all
が
the
や
evidence we literally just spent this entire time giving you.
証拠がなけりゃただのでっち上げだ。そんなもん認めねえぞ。
内
Well,
閣
we need to just put it in
だ
a
から
vote
教え
at
て
this
あげる
point.
といいよ。彼が犯人だという証拠をね。あなたはその証拠を持っているはずよ。
Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more about it? This is an incredibly long trial, man. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle.
Well, no, we're gonna have to do this in the next stream of this game, because it's way too late at night for me right now. So, I'm very sorry about this, guys, but I'm gonna have to come back and do this another time. And we will conclude the, this... I can't save right now. If I can't save, then I can't stop it. But I don't know how long this trial's gonna be at this point. We like to refer this as the bullet time battle. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your bottom presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach the center. And press the X button to lock on to an opponent's statements. To destroy the statements, you locked onto with the triangle button. That destroy the statement you locked onto with the triangle button as the tempo marker reaches the center. You use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. And when the tempo changes, so does the timing of the hitting each button. And deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the triangle button to shoot it down with the truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 and you run out of time, you fail. Yeah, I can't save. But I can't stop this. But I did not think that this trial would take this long. They used something of their own to remove the screws. Could have been... Okay. I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. Wait, I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing.
This is way too difficult.
証拠あんのか。これで証明するよ。
Okay, I was just spamming buttons at that point. Like,
現場のシャワールームのドア
what
は
was the mechanic
ネジが
there?
外されてたけどさ。
Besides being in rhythm.
犯人はそのネジを外す際どんな道具を使ったんだろうね。
ネジを外すっつったらドライバーだろ。だったら配られた工具セットの中にあったべ。
あれを使ったんでしょうな。他に工具などありませんでしたし。
だけど僕の部屋にあった工具セットには使われた形跡なんてなかったんだ。
犯人は現場を苗木君の部屋ではなく前園君の部屋だと思い込んでいたはずだからな。
工具セットは男子だけに配られたものだからその部屋にあるとは思わなかったんだろうね。
I still locked on with the purple cursor and the triangle to shoot, basically. Yeah, because I was trying to press triangle whenever the words were popping up so close to me. But it wasn't working all the time.
誰の工具セットだったんだろうね。
Their own toolkit, maybe?
きっと犯人は
Exactly.
自分に配られた工具セットを使ったはずだ。桑田君、君の工具セットを見せてもらえないかな。もし僕の考えがあった時に
Yeah, the whole part about locking on with the X button and then pressing triangle first was what was messing me up because I had to keep on pressing X to match the rhythm as well.
その工具セットのドライバーには使用された痕跡が残っているはずなんだ。
もし別の用途で使ったというならどこでどんな使い方をしたのか説明してもらおう。
先に言っておくけどなくしたなんて言い訳はなしよ。
どうやら反論はできないようだな。
これで終わりのようですわね。
Yeah, we're done. Like, there's no more refuting this. So we got an A for this. Nice.
ぷぷぷぷぷ。理論の結論が出たみたいですね。ではそろそろ投票タイムといきましょうか。お前らお手元のスイッチで投票してください。あ、念のために言っとくけど必ず誰かに投票するようにしてくださいね。こんなつまらないことで罰を受けたくないでしょ。はい、では張り切ってまいりますよ。投票の結果黒となるのは誰か。その答えは正解なのか不正解なのか。
There's no way this is the wrong choice.
どうなんでしょう。
Okay, I thought they were gonna make me press something. Got it right on the money. The blackened in this case, the one that killed Sayaka, was none other than Leon Kuwata. They got you, man. Leon. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka? Like, I don't believe it. Son of a B, what the hell was wrong with you?
仕方ねえだろ。
I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first.
お前らだって。
None of you are any different. One wrong step and he'd be the one standing here. It was complete chance that I wound up like this. I was just unlucky, that's all. Come on, you expect me to just accept my death? And everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with was really the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind, it's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine. Now we're trapped here with no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck here. The one thing that was more important to her than anything else, her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it, even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So when she said, no matter what happens, please always be there for me. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. This is exactly why I said what I said. And nobody's off the hook. Nobody was off the hook. I said that you could not trust absolutely anybody in this game. I don't care how nice they are. But now that I was able to save, I'm gonna end the stream and continue with this next week. Tomorrow I'm gonna do something else. But thank you guys for staying tuned for this long stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.